Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 2014 Insight Innovation Exchange, brought to you by Greenbook and Gen2 Advisors, proudly sponsored and supported by Research Now. My name is Ben Smithy, CEO of Spike Market Analytics, and today I am sitting down with Mr. Rolfe Swinton of Reality Mind. Rolfe, thanks so much for joining us, man. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Insight Innovation Exchange, what does this mean for our industry, and what are your thoughts on the event so far?
I think it's an amazing event. I think it's extremely important. I've been a huge supporter of this since Lenny got it going because it solves a fundamental problem, which is how do you get innovation, how do you get small innovative players to market faster? So by bringing together corporates, people who are looking to push the boundaries of their corporations about their ability to innovate, about to understand what's going on in the market, and match that with people who are trying their best to come up with new models, new ways, new solutions, and get those two working together, because as an entrepreneur, you never really have it quite right because you don't know exactly know what the corporates need. The same, the corporates don't always know what's possible. And so forcing those two together to mix, to come up with new solutions is just the best thing. It gets everyone to product market fit faster. I think is what's going to really help drive the future of this industry, the health of it.
What is innovation to you at Reality Mind? What are you guys working on, and how are you applying innovation within your firm?
For me, innovation is about a conjunction of a couple of very important things. First of all, for us, insight research, it's all about what really makes consumers tick. And for us, I think we're getting closer to be able to understand the true behaviors of consumers and what shapes those behaviors. And we do that through three pieces. The first of those pieces is by understanding passively through mobile exactly what people do there and all the behaviors that mobile can give you, from location to web behavior, search apps. It gets you a baseline of what's going on in someone's life from that lens. The second part is we have some other tools which get people to proactively say what they're doing, who they're with, what they're doing, how they feel, which gives you the context of someone's life. And with that, we are able to also get the emotional part. And we think about applying behavioral economics to the world. Well, these parts actually help us understand the context and when you should take action as a marketer, as a product owner, but how you're actually going to change the behavior of customers. And so for us, innovation is about leveraging mobile to do that. And I guess the final piece of innovation in that is the fact is that mobile as a piece of this entire industry is clearly probably the single biggest opportunity. If you look at some data that Yahoo was sharing recently, they see the market where 20% of adults' time are spent on mobile, but less 1% of ad budgets is actually spent there. That's because you can't measure it, you don't understand how people are using it really. And so when I think about innovation, one of my main goals is how do we make mobile a media which can be properly measured so people can really leverage it as well as they should be able to.
What's next in the mobile pipeline? If you look at innovation that's going to hit mobile, we've talked about passive and active and passive and emotional and surveys and all that stuff. But what's coming next in the mobile pipeline that has kind of caught your eye that you're looking at?
I think the next big step is really how mobile gets integrated into the world around us. I think people have been building great mobile products, and then people are building the rest of the world. And I think now, for the first time, you're starting to see these two things coming together. So for example, just today in the news, Domino has announced voice ordering over mobile for pizza. A simple enough thing, but it's about how do you reduce friction, and how does the mobile become an extension of that physical space of the store itself. And I think we're going to see more about the digital and physical worlds blending together in a smart way. I think that's the next wave of innovation.
Absolutely. What about the next wave of researchers? So you look at the MSMR programs, the universities around the world, focusing on trying to create and cultivate new talent and rock stars of the research industry tomorrow. What are the rock stars? Who are they? What do they look like? What is the persona of tomorrow's successful researcher?
I think at the heart of this is who really gets behavioral science. And I say that because up until now we've been looking at tools of trying to how to get to around stuff, but I'm seeing such incredible work being done out of Stanford University in particular, which I think is the true heart of innovation on what really motivates behavior change. And the science of that work, there's even a new lab there, there's a new science called captology, which specifically looks at how technology is used to influence human behavior. And I believe that the people who are really pioneering that kind of work, I was at a conference just last week in San Francisco, and I heard people running around the halls going, gee, I just love neuroscience in a sort of bubbly way of 20-somethings. And that really caught me where I think the next wave of truly understanding how the brain works, how we as humans work is now there. and how to apply that wisdom is there. And so I think that the next wave of research is going to come in really applying the science and learning about how to test ways to really make the most of it.
Absolutely. Well, Rolfe, thanks so much. Always a pleasure, man.
Thanks,
Keep
Ben.
it up and enjoy the rest of your conference.
Cheers.
Thanks. You guys heard it here, 2014 IIeX. My name is Ben Smithy, and you just heard from Mr. Rolfe Swinton of Reality Mind. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.